Allie. Now on AM Extra, Be Someone's Someone. A Portland mother sharing her story of raising a son with schizophrenia so others can see the power of unbounding love.
Giovanni Shern is the author behind Someone's Someone, an intimate story of finding her son after he was released from the Oregon State Hospital and never giving up on him. She joins us this morning to talk about the realities of parenting a child with schizophrenia and how important this is to fight the stigma here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Really appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me.
Well, and opening up about a tough topic here too, not just with us, but in your book. What inspired you to write Someone's Someone?
So my experience with my son and reaching out to the community when I couldn't find him once he was released from the Oregon State Hospital. And so what inspired me to do it is a lot of other folks who were going through the same thing would private message me on Facebook or, through other social media and let me know that they were going through the same thing. And so I knew that there were folks out there who had schizophrenia, but until it hits home, you just don't realize how common it really is until people started, like I said, kind of reaching out to me. And so once we kind of made it through our ordeal with my son, people were saying, you should write a book, you should write a book. And so I took that as a sign, like maybe I should write a book.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it is such an important conversation because you're right, until it impacts you directly, you realize there's so much we also don't, understand in public as a whole about schizophrenia, about mental illness, and about how we can better serve people in our lives who are dealing with this. What's something that you would, want someone to know if they've never had that personal connection to someone struggling? What do you want them to know about the situation?
The one thing I'd want folks to know is who are not dealing with it is to not be judgmental of people who are dealing with it. I think a lot of times we hear about folks with mental illness who are homeless or who are struggling, and the first thing we think about is where is their family?
Yeah.
So I would want people to really just be kind of compassionate towards family, friends and family and loved ones of folks who have mental illness, because it affects everybody in different ways. If you are someone who has a family member who's dealing with mental illness, my advice, my suggestion would be to reach out to like the local NAMI, join parent loved one groups so you can get that extra support and that extra information that you need in order to support that person. And number one, educate yourself on that illness.
Yeah, NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Illness, a great resource, both for peer support and for expert help.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want? So if you had to take one message from your book in terms of helping that parent directly with guiding, in raising a child with schizophrenia, what would you say?
I would say show yourself some patience and some kindness because, again, mental illness affects everyone that it touches, not just the person experiencing it. So as a parent, and if you're dealing with this, reach out for help, reach out for support. But number one, don't beat yourself up. If you're drained and you don't have the time, in my book, it talks about how the community came together and helped me help my son. Not every parent has that support. And so my message to them would be, don't give up, take the rest, get the help, find support, but continue to love your person.
Yeah, and you were able to move him into some stable housing, right, before he sadly passed away, and we're so sorry for that loss. I think you being able to open up about your personal experience really does shine a light on how many gaps there are in the system, how easy it is for people to fall through the cracks, and how hard it can be, to find real, true wraparound support. How has this changed your outlook and your advocacy work and just how you fight for your family?
I mean, it's in the book title, Not Taking No for an Answer. I think when you first start reaching out for help, you don't know what to do. So you're just kind of like, just give me whatever you have. I'm thankful for that. And then at some point you're like, okay, I'm tired of lightly tapping on the door. I'm going to just go in the door because I need you to help me. So what I've learned in advocacy is really just not to take no for an answer. When you know that you need that support and you know that you need some type of, resource or lead or anything, I understand that the health care community, they get burnout too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I need for you to do your job and help me help my my son. So I think the main thing that I learned was that you have to find that strength, and you have to continue to knock on those doors, and you have to continue to see the end result, which is to help your loved one.
Yeah, well, and hopefully your book can be a resource too,
Yeah.
right? You know, if you have questions or you want to understand what the journey is like, that can be there for you. Where can people find your book?
Oh gosh, they can find it Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Google Books. Someone was reselling it on eBay for twice as much, so don't buy it from eBay.
Good heads up.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't buy it from eBay. But yeah, if you just Google my name and the name of the book, there's a lot of sites that you can either do an ebook or a physical copy.
Great.
Well, Giovanni, this is such a beautiful way to honor your son's memory and keep pushing forward and hopefully helping a lot of other families in the process. It's a difficult conversation, but one that is very
important.
to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Well,
you
I
so
appreciate
much
you guys.
Yeah, thank you for being
thank
here.
you for being here
And
today.
sharing your story.
Shining a light on a really important topic. Once you start talking about it, you learn you're not alone.
Yes.
That we've all got people out there in our corner, and you can be someone's someone. Thanks for being here. If you want to learn more about Giovanni's book, Someone's Someone, and how you can advocate and make a difference in someone's life, check